Hi everyone, I wanted to make a quick video kind of going over the expectations for Perusall and what we can do there to improve scores. So to give you a little background, I know a lot of people are frustrated right now because they're not understanding 100% what the expectations are for Perusall and how to get good grades in that system. So I need to give you a little bit of background. Perusall is actually auto-graded, and they have an algorithm and they have a sort of a rubric that they've set up to help determine what your scores are. In our circumstance, a high score would be 6 and a low score would be 0. 0 probably being that you didn't participate at all, and 6 being, of course, the best that you could score on this. Now, one of the frustrations is we want to know exactly what that rubric is, right? So that you can perform to the best of your ability. We've actually asked Perusall to try and share those rubrics with us or that algorithm with us so that we can understand exactly what they're looking for. And we've been told that that information is proprietary. I guess that's probably part of their program, their business, that they don't want to share because you know, that's part of, I guess, what they feel like makes their program unique or valuable. So on the one hand, I totally see where they're coming from, but on the other hand, that's really frustrating for us, me as your instructor and you as students, because it's really hard to feel like you can improve when you're not really getting feedback on what the expectations are. So I completely understand that frustration there. So what I want to do is they've given us very limited information, but we do have a tiny bit of information that we can maybe hopefully learn from and understand and try and do better in this program so that you guys can understand how to get better scores moving forward. So to do this, we're just going to go through some of these scores and just look at the feedback that they've given and try and understand better how we can improve there. So I'm going to first look at a high score. So I'm going to click on this 6. And here it is actually showing, I'm going to move this over. This person had a total of 10 annotations. And they were submitted on time. So that's full credit on those. It says average quality of top 7 annotations. So it looks like 7 is about the number that they're looking for to really score. And then they're showing a 4 demonstrates thorough and thoughtful reading and insightful interpretation of the reading. A 2 would demonstrate reading but no or only superficial interpretation of the reading. And a 0 does not demonstrate any thoughtful reading or interpretation. So kind of, it looks like that depends on the depth. I'm not exactly sure how they calculate that, but that does give us a little bit more information about how they're looking at these comments. So it can't just be a throwaway comment like, oh, good job. That's probably going to score a 0. It needs to be something that looks like it goes a little deeper into the reading and the assignment. And then distribution of annotations, it looks like they've taken that into account as well. So 0 means they're clustered, 5 means they're evenly distributed. Basically what they're looking at is they want to make sure that you are reading through the entire presentation and you're commenting all the way through. Because if you're commenting, you know, you have 7 comments, but they're all in the first half or the last half, it's pretty obvious that you probably didn't spend a lot of time reading through the entire slideshow and commenting there. And then it looks like they've kind of combined those scores to create your final score. So hopefully that kind of helps a little bit. Let's look at another 6 right here. So this person had a total of 7 annotations. So it looks like, you know, that was acceptable as well. And then again, the distribution was good. It looked like they scored higher on demonstrating thoughtful reading. And they ended up with a full credit score. Okay, let's look at maybe a 1. A 0 would be that you probably didn't hardly do anything. Let's look at a 1. Okay, so this person got a 1. Their total number of annotations was 1. And you can see right here it says that there weren't enough annotations submitted to be eligible for full credit. So right there, that's going to really bring your score down because you can't just respond once. It looks like there wasn't really a distribution because there was only 1. Although it looks like they did get a 4 here, so maybe their one comment was really good. Let's look at this one. Okay, this person did 2. Again, not enough to get full credit. It looks like their comments were rated as a 2. And it looks like they said they're evenly distributed, so maybe like one was in one section, one was in the other. Anyway, so you can see how just even having the right number of annotations, I was told 5. That's what I've been telling all of you. Apparently it is 7. So now we know that you need at least 7. So let's look at this 5. Okay. This person had 6 annotations and said that wasn't enough for full credit. So again, it looks like 7 is probably the minimum because that person got full credit. It looks like they were rated really highly, though, on demonstrating that they were thoughtful interpretations and a good distribution. So this got 5. It looks like the only reason this person got marked down was that they didn't have 7 annotations. We can look at a 4. This person actually hit enough annotations, but it looks like they scored a little bit less well on the quality. Let's look at a 3. Okay, so not enough annotations. The quality was a little low, but it was a good distribution. And then we'll look at a 2. Looks like the same thing here. So this kind of, I guess, gives us a good insight into what we're looking for overall, and what we can do to improve. It looks like we definitely need the 7 annotations. They need to be more thoughtful or just demonstrate a little bit more, and then they really need to be evenly distributed. So hopefully that kind of helps moving forward. I do want you to know that we added points to everyone's score. So actually, these scores are not reflective of what you should have gotten in iLearn. They should actually all be at least a point higher in iLearn. And I also want you to know that I am aware of this, and and the course designers are aware. We realize that you guys are kind of the guinea pigs and we're figuring this out. So I will be as generous as I possibly can with these scores. There's not much I can do with a score if you're not doing anything. If you're not logging on, if you're not commenting, I can't give you more credit for that. But if you are making an honest effort where you are really trying to comment, to be involved, then I can definitely help you out. And at the end of the course, this is definitely a category that I will look at and try to be as generous as possible, where I can see that people have really been making an honest effort in trying to do their best in participating in our course discussions. So hopefully that helps a little bit, and put some of your fears to rest. Thanks, guys.